Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to historic Simmons Field for tonight's WIAA baseball showdown, if you will. Primetime baseball here live in the Milwaukee area on Zaleski Sports. I'm glad you guys could join us here tonight alongside Matt Peck. I'm Elijah Vanksalata. It's the Kenosha Tremper Trojans taking on the Kenosha Indian Trail Hawks. Matt Peck, this is a highly anticipated game. We've got a lot of pregame festivities, as you guys saw. There was a first pitch thrown by an Indian Trail alum, and the crowd has showed out for this game. We're going to get a military, a very good, like a very cool, I should say. I was also looking for the word for it. Very cool pregame festivities with the military coming out for the national anthem. But this is the atmosphere is high here. Game number 2 of our doubleheader. Southeast Conference baseball here on Zaleski Sports. Feel free to share this game if you're watching with the Trail or Tremper fan. But Matt Peck, I am stoked to have the call on for this one. I'm sure you're stoked to be able to watch this one as well while you're producing this.
Yes, absolutely. You know, this is a good game because right now it's determining who's in second place in the Southeast Conference. You know, Franklin hasn't lost yet, so Tremper and Indian Trail going to take second place right now. You know, 1-1 series game right now, but it's going to be interesting here. Nice festivity that they put together here from the Kingfish Stadium, able to play a nice game here. It's, you know, they played one at Tremper, played one at Indian Trail. So it's really nice you can play one here and then have a nice festivities for the city of Kenosha.
So lineups getting started to introduce right here in the field for Indian Trail, head coached by Lane Oakes. In the outfield, Schoenfeld. In right center field, Minados. In left field, Bauman. In the infield, Johnson, Garrity, Prabilski, Zeller, Bentz, and Black pushing the buttons for Bentz, pardon me. We'll go through it right after the national anthem.
Absolutely. So we'll keep you live for the national anthem.
Got two really good teams here, though. Send you over right now to the National Guard, honored while we play the national anthem right after this on Zaleski Sports. What a special moment that was, right, Matt Peck? We don't get to see that every often, but we thank all the military and service members for their service. And that's a perfect way to kick off a rivalry game in the Kenosha game, and nothing better to play it than historic Simmons Field, right? Between these two great teams in Indian Trail and Kenosha Tremper. Alongside Matt Peck, I'm Elijah Vincelada as we welcome you guys back here. Before we get set for first pitch, we'll get started right here with lineups. So in the outfield, starting first for Lane Oaks Indian Trail Hawks. In the pitcher is Bentz. Pushing buttons for him is Black. Playing at first is Prabilski. Second baseman is Garrity. The third baseman is Zeller. And the shortstop is Johnson. In the outfield, starting in left, Bauman in left field, Minato in center, and in right field, Schoenfeld for Lane Oaks squad. The hitting lineups for John Materas, Kenosha Tremper Trojans, leading off. This is number 16, third baseman London Stanley, followed by Ethan Carmen, the catcher, number 22. Number 17, the first baseman, batting third, Abram Sokol. Batting fourth, the cleanup Logan DeVito, the designated hitter and pitcher for the Trojans. Batting fifth, Blake Tennyson, the shortstop. Batting sixth, the left fielder Alex Springer. Batting seventh, the right fielder Zeke Stiebner. Batting eighth, the second baseman Braxton Danielson, and to round it out, the center fielder Drew Sporer to round out the hitting lineup for head coach John Matera's squad. Matt Peck, I mean, we say it once again. Oh man, this is a highly anticipated game, rubber match. Both these teams in the Southeast Conference playing for bragging rights in second place right now, behind Franklin.
Yeah, let's see. Indian Trail puts out Cameron Benz today, 80-mile-per-hour fastball max. It's one of the main things. He also throws a curveball, about 63, 65, 67, and 70 slider. He's a 2026, so he's a senior this year, but he's not committed anywhere.
We're just getting up to set here. Lefty on righty match. The first pitch is outside for a ball. We are underway from our second game of a doubleheader at historic Simmons Field in Kenosha. Lake breeze, wind pushing in. Actually, the wind has definitely died down a lot from our last game. The flag's not even moving right now. That was a different story last time out, right?
Absolutely.
In our first game where Kenosha St. Joe's took down Lutheran Prairie 14-4 in a run rule in the sixth inning. Quickly on the count, 2-1 on London Stanley. Bentz on the mound once again. Big swing and a miss. This game almost kind of has like a playoff feel to it, right? Both these teams not big fans of each other, right?
That's
rivals
for sure.
In the city. And this one's going to be lined and blooped into center field. The center fielder dives and makes the catch. Minato showing the glove to start this game, and we're off with fireworks right after this one, Peck.
Absolutely. What a start. What a stop up there in center field by Minato, able to get underneath it.
So Ethan Carmen, the catcher, coming up to bat second now. First pitch taken on the inside corner, hit for a strike. Big swing and a miss at the breaking ball right there with Carmen. One of the games was a blowout in the series. Second game was a pitcher's duel, fouled off yesterday, or no, pardon me. Was it? It wasn't yesterday.
It was Wednesday.
Wednesday, Tremper was able to match the series and defeat him 2-1. The offense has come at a minimum so far for John Matera's squad. They're looking for some offensive production in game one on Tuesday at Indian Trail. They only scored one run. On Wednesdays, they scored two, but that was enough because they had a really good pitching duel that ended up going in their favor. So the 1-2 count, swing and a miss. Fans him down in the first K of the night for the pitcher, Bentz.
Yeah, nice K that time from Bentz, going up a little bit high in the air and able to get him down swinging.
Two gone by, and now the first baseman, Abram Sokol. Abram Sokol, one of the big household power names for this team. He's going to pop this one up high in the air. Routine play in center, and it'll be caught. A 1-2-3 inning by Minato. Indian Trail sends him down. Bentz Only 10 pitches to get it done. We head to the bottom of the first where Indian Trail comes up to bat right after this on Zaleski Sports.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Hey, you're tuned in to Better Halves.
Skip, I love my hometown, and I want a health plan that feels the same way. So, what are your favorite local date spots?
Oh, yeah, I know like all the date spots in Eclair.
Jane, I'm Steve from security. I've lived here in Wisconsin my whole life, and that means I understand your health coverage needs better.
By the way, Doug, it's Eau Claire. I have a dozen Eclairs in my dressing room.
We welcome you guys back to historic Simmons Field for the bottom of the first inning. Coming up to bat for Indian Trail, the first three in the lineup, or the first nine, I should say. Leading off, Johnson, batting second, Garrity, batting third, Minato, batting fourth, Prabilski, batting fifth, Aid, batting sixth, Black, batting seventh, Schoenfeld, batting eighth, Bauman, and to round out the lineup for Lane Oak squad, Zeller, to get things going for their team. A 1-2-3 inning for the Kenosha Tremper Trojans on the top half of the inning. Starting pitcher for the Kenosha Tremper Trojans is Logan DeVito. Matt Peck, do you got anything on him or no?
I haven't pulled it up yet. I will get to that in a moment. I just had to make sure our scoreboard was working correctly. There we go. So
That's always good. Go ahead.
let's see. Let's find Logan DeVito. Meanwhile, on this. These are all from Prep Baseball Wisconsin, by the way. I should have mentioned that, so you can find everything here.
Number 3, Jacob Johnson.
Logan DeVito, here we go. He's a junior from Tremper, 89. Oh, we got hitting stats. I don't have anything on pitching, just hitting.
So he last pitched last Saturday against Burlington, went 4 innings, 7 hits given up, 1 earned run, 3 walks, and 1 K, and got the win against the Burlington team. This one's going to be grounded over to the shortstop, Johnson, trying to make a play at first, and it's just in time. Wow. They might have just beat him by half a step there, but that was a play, if any, right there for the shortstop, Blake Tennyson, to field it over to Soko. And now Nate Garrity comes up to bat for Trail with the "You Can't See Me" John Cena walk-up song. My time is now. Let's see if it is his time in the first inning. Oh, just right away, too. First pitch off of DeVito. They wanted to get straight to it.
Wasn't wasting no time, that's for sure.
Yeah, you talk about a bang-bang play, though, from the 5-3 ground out right there from Tennyson to Soko, though. That was a slow roller, Peck.
Oh, I know. So see what Garrity could do here. You know, neither team with a hit yet early on. Obviously, Tremper's, Indian Trails only had 1 hitter, but still.
It's just low for a ball.
So Indian Trail going to a senior for pitching tonight in the rubber match, and Tremper going to a junior.
Taken in for a strike. Both these teams have notably lost a couple seniors from last year, right, from their notable rosters.
Yes.
Kenosha Tremper most notably losing senior Penn State now product Ethan Bauerschmidt. That one's taken in for a strike.
Yeah, he was something, you know. He could go out there and throw 93, 95 miles per hour. That's a huge loss. A lot of times when in conference, that was a loss for a lot of the other teams when they faced Bauerschmidt. Even
Garrity takes a pitch inside for a ball. 2-2 now on him.
Seemed like a lot of times even a team like Franklin or Oak Creek, when they went against Bauerschmidt, back when Oak Creek was in the conference, or Franklin now, it was their one loss this series was to Bauerschmidt.
Nate Garrity swings and misses. He's going to get the secure the out at first. Carmen over to Soko for out number 2. DeVito with a ground out in a strikeout swinging to begin his night. And now coming up to bat for the Indian Trail Hawks.
Number 6, Cade
Cade Bonato, the center fielder. He made that really nice diving play in the top of the first inning, Matt Peck.
Yeah, he was right there in center field. It kind of reminded me of Santarelli's catch last game, but yeah, right off the bat.
Santarelli's, he went full Superman mode out there. Kind of do his Air Jordan type move, if you will.
If LSU was watching, they probably were happy.
Oh, yeah. Bonato swings and misses at his first pitch. The 0-1 is swung and miss again. Logan DeVito kind of dialing it in right now. Like you said, only a junior, right?
Yeah.
So, big task right here. He takes high. This is the first game he pitches in this series. Usually, the Southeast Conference is one of the few that do 3-game series, right?
Yeah, it seems like it's one of the only that does 3-game series out there.
Try to get him off with the off-speed pitch right there. Count goes to 2-2 now on Cade Bonato. Logan DeVito looking to go 1-2-3, just like Trail did in the top of the first. Try to get him again. And now he's down with the ball. We are full count now. I think if you're Logan, you got to go down the middle here and try to get something in the zone.
I think you got to try to get some in the zone, but I would still try to hit a corner, not go down the middle, because Indian Trail's got some good hitters at the top of the lineup. So obviously you don't want to give up a hit because that leads to more.
Bonato pops this one up in the air, and it's gonna almost be caught by the catcher. Carmen, he was falling.
Yeah.
Wow, he falls into the netting. Wow, that would have been something.
Unfortunately, that spot, the window divider was in the way of that, so.
That would have been a terrific catch right there for Carmen. Ethan Carmen showing his athleticism right there.
Yeah, a lot of people turned out here in Kenosha. It's in the low 40s, too, so it's a cold night here.
And right now on my Apple Watch, it's coming up at 42 degrees first pitch with a feels like of 37 degrees. So it's a good thing I brought my coat today. That one's taken low for a ball, and our first base runner of the game, Cade Bonato, reaches on a 7-pitch walk. And now that'll send up the cleanup hitter, the first baseman, Prabilski. Joseph Prabilski. This top of the order for Indian Trail Peck did a lot of damage when they're in their first one of the series at home when they won 8-1.
Yeah, that top of the order, scored a lot of runs. But, last game, like Coach Oakes was telling us, they had the lead. And Tremper kind of just like snuck up on them at the end and took the win. But it's kind of a key win for Tremper. That's what they needed to kind of get, not get their confidence back about, we took it 1-1 into the big game under the lights at Simmons on Friday.
Pickoff attempt at first.
Oh, I thought they got him at first. I quickly looked up and I thought the umpire did the fist. I'm like, they got him?
It's been a defensive game so far, right?
Yes.
That's kind of how it's been to start this one out. 0-1 pitch on Prabilski. With Bonato at first with a pretty good lead. He's going to line this one over to the gap to center field. That's going to fall for a base hit. Bonato going to third. Oakes is going to stop him there, and runners are on the corners. An RBI base, or not RBI, pardon me. 2-out base hit for Prabilski, the first baseman. And now that'll set up DeVito, or no, pardon me. I'm all over this one. Aid coming up.
Well, it's funny because, I talked about how that walk could be a killer for Tremper to start the inning. Now, look, it's first and third, and Indian Trail threatening early on here of scoring the first run.
Scored 3 runs in that first meeting on Tuesday. That one's outside for a ball to start it on Aid. That one's taken in for a ball. So 2-0 now on Aid. They scored 3 runs in that first inning, looking to do just that damage right away again tonight.
Yeah, look at your runners because I'd see a potential steal coming here.
That one just hits that right corner for a strike on the inside.
Indian Trail, it's a good situation to steal first and third. Get a runner over the second. Tremper most likely will not take the chance to throw it on a second just in case to allow the run, especially early on in a cold game where runs will most likely be hard to come by. And it looks like time has been called by the pitcher.
Quick chat, probably 2-1 pitch. Don't give him anything down the middle here.
Yeah. Keep it in the ballpark. Keep it somewhere. Try to keep it somewhere where your hitters can come get it. So that way, I should say your fielders can come get it. And then at least you're out of the inning with no runs scored. Indian Trail's sake, they want to. If I were them, I'd plug a gap because you plug that. Look at that right center gap out there. If you can see on the screen, there's a lot of room there. You can plug that right center gap. It's a 2-0 game.
Aid takes just high for a ball. So 3-1 now. That was a really close pitch too. So here we go. 3-1. Put it on the tee now for Aid. 3-1 pitch, swing and a foul. He wanted it on that pitch, and now we go full.
Yeah, here comes a huge pitch coming up here for DeVito because you don't want to give him too good of a pitch, but you also don't want to walk him and get the bases loaded here as well. So, like I mentioned earlier with the 3-ball situation, just kind of give him something on the corner. Don't give him something too good to hit here, but you also don't want to give him too good of a pitch where it's smashed out of here for a home run or even in the gap for a double.
Full count, 2 outs. Biggest pitch of the first inning. Aid with Minato at third, Prabilski at first. He's going to line this one over to the shortstop. Tennyson makes a play over to first, and they get out the jam. It's a 0-0 game after the first inning. A couple pairs of walks and hits for Indian Trail, but nothing to come for here. We'll head to the top of the second inning. No score. You're watching high school baseball on Zaleski Sports.
At Ridgestop Exteriors, we're more than your average home improvement company. We're your neighbors, and for over 20 years, we've been trusted and proudly serving right here in your community. Customer service is our #1 goal. Call now for your free estimate.
Ridgetop Exteriors.
Coaches teach your kids to dream. Coaches teach your kids to overcome. Coaches teach your kids good sportsmanship. Coaches teach your kids proper technique. But who teaches your coaches?
We welcome you guys back to historic Simmons Field. We want to remind you of our game day sponsor. At Prospect Training Academy, we train to develop and create leaders on and off the field. We teach our players to be prepared, tough, and accountable. We also focus on the importance of academics and character. We play for the name on the front and the teammates around us. Sign up today at ptabaseball.com. Start at the top of the second inning, if you will. The first inning was kind of just showing off your defenses a little bit, right? Shortstop for Kenosha Tremper. Blake Tennyson showing off his glove over there, making a couple fancy plays as this one's going to be grounded over. And a ground out 5-3 to first base for out number 1. Both these teams are saying, you know what, we started late, so we want to get the bat cracking now.
Yeah, you're right.
So that's a ground out right there for the pitcher, DeVito. Now that sends up the gold glover, if you will, for Kenosha Tremper in Blake Tennyson, the shortstop. Ben still on the mound, only 11 pitches so far. This one lined up in the air to deep center fielder. Left fielder is going to make a play on it. Bauman just got under it. You kind of said like what you were saying last game, right? He didn't backpedal it. He kind of sidestepped it.
Yeah, it's
always the great move.
Always the way to go because you backpedal it, you're going to end up tripping over your own shoes at some point.
And how about that? 2 pitches, 2 outs.
Yeah, they're not wasting no time swinging at pitches, that's for sure.
So now that'll send up Alex Springer, the left fielder. Springer's going to take a strike on the outside corner.
Yeah, that's the first pitch that was seen this inning.
0-1 pitch, just missed. Oh, no, it did. Just clipped the corner.
Oh. So, yeah, 2 strikes, and now Tremper on a chance to get out of this with right around 5 pitches.
0-2 pitch to Springer outside. Try to get him fooling on the way outside pitch. Fastball that time. So Bent's only 4 pitches thrown in the inning. 5 pitches now. Pitch number 6 is going to be grounded over to the shortstop. Running in is Johnson trying to make a play. Charging, makes it over.
Wow.
And we are quickly through the top of the second inning. 1, 2, 3, bang, bang, bang for Bentz. Only took him 6 pitches as we head to the bottom of the second inning, where Lane Oaks team's bats come up to bat right after this on Zaleski Sports.
Hey, Fleet Farm fans, you asked, we listened. You wanted lower prices? You got them. In-store, online. We drop prices everywhere. Lower prices on summer favorites like Liquid Pool Shock, Griller's Gold Barbecue Pellets, and Airhead Towables. Lower prices on big-name pet care like Purina Tidy Cats. Lower prices on Valvoline Motor Oils. All because you said so. Look for the bright green price drop signs to find new lower prices on everything you need for everyday life. Only at Fleet Farm.
Looking for a place where everyone feels at home? Welcome to Point Brewery, your family-friendly tap room with something for everyone. From a wide variety of local brews to classic Point sodas for the kids, we've got the perfect pour for everyone. Craving a bite? We've got hot, cheesy Portesi pizzas ready when you are. Whether you're hanging out inside or soaking up the sun in our outdoor beer garden, there's space to unwind. Planning a celebration? Reserve our private event room and make it a gathering to remember. Point Brewery, good times, great taste, all on tap.
A breezy 40-degree night here in Kenosha, Wisconsin, at historic Simmons Field alongside Matt Peck. I'm Elijah Vanxalata. We are glad you guys could join us for 2 games here of a doubleheader. Second one, first game, Kenosha St. Joe's defeated Prairie Lutheran 14-4 in a run rule in the bottom of the 6th inning. Christopher Kennedy was the guy Matt Peck interviewed last game. So we head to the bottom of the second inning. Only 1 hit gone by here in this game as we are already 1.5 innings through, and we've only played about 15 minutes of this game.
They're cold. Well, we're not because we're up in the press box. What about talking about a full press box? We got like 6 to 8 of us up here.
Well, look at that. You got one of the one of the players speeding down the line. Run, Forrest, run.
Lane Oaks is saying, get your steps in.
Get your butt down there and get that ball.
Oh, get your steps in. Here's your chance.
Josiah Black, the sophomore, leading off for the Trailhawks. Just taking high for a ball. And some of these guys have wheels, huh? He was flying down the line there. I couldn't tell who it was because he was all suited up, and rightfully so, right? Because it's freezing out here. Getting below 40 degrees. And he kind of swung him with the sword right there. It's May 1st and it's 30s.
Yeah.
Can't you believe that? That's how you know we're in Wisconsin. I'm just thankful we don't have snow out here right now.
We're almost in Illinois where we're at.
1-2 pitch, swinging on the miss. It's going to get to the backstop, and he's going to reach on. Josiah Black's going to reach on a strikeout swinging, and a wild pitch. Pass ball. So they still count the strikeout, right? Or do they count it or no in that scenario?
I believe so.
Even though the Black's going to reach on.
We'll see if they do.
So now the shortstop, Brady Schoenfeld, coming up to bat for Trail. So now this is a really big lead at first for Black. See if DeVito tries to field it over to Solko here. or 25 pitches thrown so far for Logan DeVito. And rightfully so, he tried to get him with a pickoff. It's usually when your big wingspan comes into play, right? When you're on the bags and you have a big lead, you just got to get that hand in.
That's for sure.
Schoenfeld takes a ball down low. 1-0. One hit came in that first inning. A liner to right center. Prabilski. He's going to signal bunt, pull back. And throw to first. They're going to get him. Yes. What a play by Carmen. And it kind of looked like Black was going halfway down.
I think he was safe. I think he was safe because Matero's coming out to question that.
Well, it did look like I think he got him.
Yeah.
Well, it looked like he was going to second, though, right? And then he changed his mind last minute.
He must have not got that glove around to say that he must have been safe. He must have not quite got that glove down.
So they could change this last minute, but I think they're going to rule it out with him being safe and possibly a break right here for the Indian Trail Hawks. They already had the break with the pass ball and the strikeout swinging. Matera's going to walk down with the home plate umpire all the way down the line.
It was close. I mean, we're way up here, so I can't really tell if he quickly got the tag down. I mean, from the fast angle of it, it looked like he did, but he might have missed the glove. Maybe he tagged him up on the upper body instead of the arm, what caused him being safe. John Matera is sure asking, he was out there for a little bit asking, hey, how was he safe? So maybe it leads me to believe there was reasonable cause to ask, but, we'll move on. But there's been a lot of close pickoffs today. I wouldn't be surprised if somebody ends up getting caught today early on here.
I think that might have been a pitch comm device that they're feeling it over. To the catcher. 2-0 on Schoenfeld. Black stays safe at first, still no outs. 2-0 pitch is popped up high in the air. The shortstop Tennyson is going to call on it, and he's going to make the play for out number 1. It's good first out right there. And now that will send up the left fielder, number 16.
Now batting for the Hawks, left fielder number
15, Matthew Bauman.
Yeah, Indian Trail, last inning, Tremper got out of a jam last inning. They had first and third, 2 outs, able to get out of it.
And they're going to try to pick off.
Man, they're really
Black
concerned over there.
First. Yeah. It's early on in the game. They probably want to try to get that out back after they kind of made up their own error. Oh, they're going to try to get him again. Ooh, close. Man. Yeah, keep in mind, in high school, you get unlimited attempts.
Yeah, there's no...
It's not like MLB where you get, was it 2?
Yeah.
2 per at-bat, or is it 2 per inning in the MLB?
It's 2 per at-bat.
2 per at-bat. This is a good bunt by Bauman. The pitcher's going to feed it over, and he's only going to get 1 play, but he sacrifices and gets Black over to second. Tremper will probably take that, though. They get 1 out of it. Bauman squared up a good bunt, but DeVito was able to make a good play on it for the 1-3 ground out. Sacrifice.
Number 12, Owen Zeller.
Owen Zeller, the 9-hole hitter, comes up to bat now.
Related to
Jack
Zeller, the standout Indian Trailhead last year, graduated.
Yeah, we mentioned how Ethan Bowership-Smith was a big miss this season for Tremper, and Jack Zeller's one of those for Trail this year. But they have definitely made up for it a little bit this year in a few of their games. First pitch is taken in there for a strike.
It's kind of funny because Indian Trail last year was the favorite to win the conference all year, and it just seemed like Oak Creek ended up taking them over, and Franklin too. It's just Indian Trail, you never really put it together last year like everybody thought they would statewide. They were number 5 ranked coming into the season.
Then Oak Creek was able to make a run all the way out to state that last year.
Yeah, so it was like a lot of games at Indian Trail, predictions go a long way too, though. A lot of games Indian Trail was predicted to win early in the year they didn't come up with, and kind of changed their season a little bit.
Zeller takes in for a strike, 0-2. So Josiah Black at second base, 2 outs gone by. Let's see what DeVito goes with here. He's got a few pitches to use. 0-2 delivery. This one's grounded over to the second baseman, Danielson, to make a routine play over to first, and he just gets it on the pick by Soko, and that's it for the bottom of the second inning. It's still scoreless as we head to the top of the third inning. You're watching high school baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Hey, Fleet Farm fans, you asked, we listened. You wanted lower prices? You got them. In-store, online. We drop prices everywhere. Lower prices on summer favorites like Liquid Pool Shock, Griller's Gold Barbecue Pellets, and Airhead Towables. Lower prices on big-name pet care like Purina Tidy Cats. Lower prices on Valvoline Motor Oils. All because you said so. Look for the bright green price drop signs to find new lower prices on everything you need for everyday life. Only at Fleet Farm.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 180,000 participants here in Wisconsin who take part in high school sports.
Top of the third inning here from historic Simmons Field. We've got a ball game so far, a pitcher's duel, if you will. If you like pitching, feel free to share this game to any friends and family in the Indian Trail, Kenosha, Tremper community.
Or statewide.
Yeah, statewide. This is a really good pitcher's duel. I'm calling our game tonight here, prime time. This is definitely setting up Friday Night Lights, right?
There you go.
That's what we got going on tonight. We're just about 20 weeks away, like we were talking about, from football season and getting those Friday Night Lights again. But we got Friday Night Lights in baseball season right now between two inner city rivals going at each other tonight. We're glad you guys could join us here alongside Matt Peck. I'm Elijah Mixalata once again. Only one hit gone by in this game. Only about 35 to 40 minutes. Total of 10 hits in that 2-1 win for Kenosha Tremper, their last time out versus Trail at home.
Yeah, there's not been a lot of hits and runs scored in these games. It was 8-1, but he's been a lot of hitting the ball, as per the P announcer for Indian Trail just told us in between innings. So
Zeke Stiebner leading off for Tremper, playing in right tonight. A 1 on him. Pop this one foul out of play. Heads up to the fans, playing catch out in the grass. So quickly 0-2. And Bentz, Cameron Bentz, only a few pitches here. That one's going to fall for a liner on the 0-2 pitch for a base hit to center field. And Stiebner gets on for a base hit, the first of the night for the Trojans.
Now batting second baseman number 8, Danielson.
Braxton Danielson, the second baseman, comes up now, the bottom of the order for the Trojans.
yeah, that's another thing to watch out for. I know I'm taking the radio announcer's voice over there, but see if he tries to watch for the bunt here.
Wow. Plagiarizing? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just playing.
Baseball terms.
Yeah, it's always good. He is going to signal for a bunt and foul. The third baseman is playing in on it.
I'm telling you right now, the way this game is going, small ball is going to win you this game. If you can execute a bunt or two, right, and you can score that run, that's a huge run in this game.
Danielson didn't play on Wednesday at home. Signals for a bunt again. Stiebner, he has the hit here today. He had 2 out of the 7 hits on Wednesday. Danielson on the 0-2 pitch. Now he's going to kind of have to shorten up here. Zeller's still playing on the grass. 0-2 pitch is outside for a ball. Yeah, you don't want to, unless you're very confident in bunting on 0-2.
Yeah,
you're going to swing here regularly.
I wouldn't do it because that ball hits you or you goes out of play, you're out. So I wouldn't recommend it.
Cameron Bentz's delivery pops this one up in the air and fouled. Heads up once again to the fans in the seats. Braxton Danielson's been a very disciplined hitter for this Tremper team over the year so far. He's battling through a 5-pitch at bat on the 1-2 pitch. The junior looking to put some runs up here for Tremper as he calls timeout. Cameron Bentz doing everything so far the right way. It almost hits the knee of Danielson on that pitch. So now from 0-2 to 2-2 now on Braxton. The Tremper dugout making some noise. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strikeout right there. Swinging, and that's Strikeout number 2, or no, pardon me.
The center fielder number 1, Spoiler.
Yeah, that is strikeout number 2 for Cameron Bentz on the day now.
It's exactly where you wanted to put the pitch, too, right on the outside corner. You didn't want to, put it in. You wanted it right outside, exactly what they did right there, and a good pitch right there.
The junior outfielder, Drew Sporer, up to bat now. Playing in center tonight. 1-0. Chopper. Bentz is going to try to make a play. He's only going to have one and flips it over to Przybylski at first for out number 2. Stiebner advances to second base, so they're kind of like in trail situation now. They got a guy on second with 2 outs. And just in time for John Matera, they flip the order right back over to the top and get London Stanley, the third baseman, right back up.
Yeah, kind of where you want the lineup right here, right at the top of the order with 2 outs. Indian Trail had the same situation as well. Like I said, that last hit was kind of like a bunt. Move the runner over in the infield. It wasn't the worst thing in the world, but kind of want to get one through to the outfield here if you're Tremper.
Stanley had that loud fly out to center field, the one that Manata was able to make a really great play on in the first inning. 1-0 pitch to London Stanley. This one's going to be grounded over to the pitcher, Cameron Bentz, fielding it over, and they get out the jam. Another scoreless inning for the Indian Trail Hawks on the mound, and Cameron Bentz, you could say he is dealing 29 pitches, no runs through 3. We head to the bottom of the 3rd inning. You're watching high school baseball on Zaleski Sports.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
My grandparents worked so hard their whole life to keep things nice. You want to make sure that you're getting the job done correctly. At no point did I feel like I wasn't being handled by professionals. They were literally taking it on a surgical level, it seemed. Like they were very, very thorough on every step. I feel like Infinity treated my family with the same respect they would have treated their own. I feel like my house is brand new again.
Welcome you back for the bottom of the 3rd inning. Still no score. Goose eggs on both sides. We've reached the 38th degree mark of the game as we hit the 8:20 mark. Oh, we've done late night baseball games before. It's been a minute though. It's been a while since we've done a doubleheader though. Got to go back to state or sectional baseball last year at the Dock Hound Stadium.
That was a triple header.
Triple header, yep. We've had doubleheaders before, though. I guess I could consider a doubleheader last weekend or 2 weekends ago when we were at the PBR. You weren't there for the second game, but Johnson's leading off for Indian Trail. Still no score. Yeah, that's only 1 hit for both these 2 teams combined, and we flip the order back to the top 4 Lane Oaks squad as Johnson steps into the box. DeVito doing a really great job for Tremper on the mound.
Yeah, both pitchers have done a good job today, but both defenses, especially too, they've had base runners, but able to come up with big plays.
It's taken low, 2-0. Good discipline for Johnson to start it off.
Yeah, so 2-0 now. You want to get in there and battle back and throw a strike here. And if you're Johnson, you want to take advantage of a good pitch here and ride it out. Because you don't want to get too far behind because walks could be the difference in this game. Like I said, small ball, but just giving up base runners. It's a very cold night. Ball's not going to travel a heck of a lot.
One almost hits Johnson. That ball was definitely traveling a lot in that last game, though. When St. Joseph's playing, given the temperature was around 40 to 45 degrees, flirting with that. 3-1 pitch is high and upstairs, and a 4-pitch walk to the shortstop or second baseman Jacob Johnson. And now batting second once again to flip it back over, Nate Garrity, 0 for 1 with the strikeout. Let's see if one of these teams at some point tonight's going to have to give in and try to get some runs going. Bottom of the third inning. Johnson. Garrity takes low for a ball. 5 out of his first 6 pitches have been balls to start the inning. You got to think the hands are definitely cold.
Yeah, I would say so. I think everybody that's sitting outside of this stadium is probably cold.
That one outside high for a ball. 2-0 now and make it the last 6 out of their last 7 pitches are balls now. So here we go. 2-0 pitch to Nate Garrity. They're going to pick it off, try to pick off at first base with Johnson.
Good pick over there at first base by Sokol, because if he doesn't pick that, that's probably going in the dugout or over there. And the sides are big here, so.
2-0 down low for a ball. So now the command becoming a little bit of an issue right now for Logan DeVito.
Tremper puts a lot of focus on that runner at first base, which is not a bad thing because you don't never want to lose sight of him, but you don't want him to get caught in the base paths with them because Indian Trails had a couple of close calls.
And Nate Garrity, that pitch was not even close. So now 8 out of their first 9 pitches, Peck, are balls. And both runners, Johnson and Garrity, reach via the walk and no outs. And now you get Cade Minato, the center fielder, as the pitching coach is going to come out and chat with DeVito. Or is this Matera coming out to chat? Either way, Minato walked his first time up. DeVito hasn't been too bad early on with his walks. He only had 1 in the first 2. But to start this top of the third or bottom of the 4th inning, you can kind of see that command is kind of lost early on, only throwing 1 strike so far. 8 out of his first 9 pitches are balls, and a lot of them not even that close. So that chat probably on the mound just trying to calm his nerves down a little bit, trying to reflect himself back into this game and try to lock back in and get back in the strike zone. But you got Cade Minato. He's made some flashy plays in center already tonight.
Yeah, and here's where Indian Trail is really threatening now, a base hit or even a gap hit. Like I mentioned to that, right field line is open. That right center gap is open as well. And as the center fielder is kind of shifted a little bit more towards left field out there for Tremper. So you put that in the right center gap to the wall, you could score 2 runs here. So Indian Trail, I think if they want the big hit, it's going to have to come up now. And Tremper brings their defense in a little bit. You see Sokol comes in on the right corner.
I do wonder right now if Lane Oaks is going to give him a green light right here to swing right away.
Yeah.
The first 8 out of the 9 pitches are balls, so.
We've also seen some terrific defense to start too, so.
Oh, yeah. Third baseman Stanley playing in, Tennyson, Danielson, and Sokol. There's a really big gap right now in center field. First pitch just hits the outside corner for strike 1 on the right side. And that's a really good pitch right there to start it off.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Nice pitch to start with, and DeVito really needed a strike, and he pumped one in there.
Cade Minato is shown to be that he's a disciplined hitter with his walk in the first inning. That one is taken low for a ball in the dirt. Throw back to second. Ooh, it almost gets past. Great way to stay right in front of it right there for Tennyson, and that's why you always have the cutoff man, right?
Yeah, I don't get why you did that there. I get he's far off the base, but that gets by him. You're taking yourself out of double play range here. Now if you get a grounder, you can get 2 outs here. I would just not – if I'm going to play with a runner, to be at first base more so, because that throw across the diamond's tough. Very tough.
1-1 to Cade Minato. That one is way outside in the dirt again. Trying to get him to chase with that breaking pitch. And DeVito and Indian Trail, they're just not giving in, and they're staying true to their discipline at the plate. So 2-1 to Cade Minato. Big swing and a miss. Runner goes a third. Throw is not in time. The other runner goes to second base. So it's second and third, no outs. Johnson with the stolen base and an extra one right there for Garrity to get through So now you're in trouble land right here if you're Tremper.
What a call by Lane Oaks to send the runner, because now takes them out of double play risk and there's no outs. So if you get a nice infield grounder, even can score a run, but I'm looking at 2 sack flies here to even get you 2 runs.
Base hit could get you 2 right here as well. Garrity at second, Johnson at third. 2-2. Outside, great pick behind the dish for Carmen. That would have scored a run if that got past him. So now we are full count and all the infield, yep. It's kind of usually that alignment, right? They all play kind of in.
Because if it's a hard shot at the infielder, they're not going home.
Full count. This one popped up in the air. This is just what Tremper wanted. And Danielson's going to call for the play. That's usually an infield fly, though, right?
No, it's got to be bases loaded or first and second. Yeah.
So that's a huge first out, though, right? Get a big pop out on a full count. And now you send up Joseph Pravilski, who has the lone hit tonight on that line. Drive base hit to right center. And let's see if he can try to deliver one right here. He still could get a sac fly right here, but I'm sure he's looking for a base hit just like his first appearance at the plate. Here we go. One's first outside. The runner's going to stay.
Oh, man.
Ooh, that just fell out of the glove of Carmen. Do you think he would have got there?
I think he would have, because it's a further backstop.
But he did get the ball faster than I thought he was, though.
Yeah, so it would have been close, but.
And DeVito got to home plate pretty fast. So 1-0 on Prabilski. It's taken high. Joseph Prabilski, the junior, looking to deliver this game's first run in the bottom of the 3rd inning.
Yeah, you can use a slow roller grounder or a sac fly even.
2-0 pitch. That'll do the job. That's a high fly ball, or will it? That's a shallow one.
Ooh.
And they're going to test him. The play is made. Springer's going to relay it, and they're going to hold the runner at third.
Wow, I wouldn't.
Wow, what a relay right there from Springer. That one was a little offline, but I don't know. What do you think?
Well, honestly, I like the choice from Lane Oaks, but obviously if you would have seen the throw ahead of time, he would have been safe. But I like the choice because it was a good throw, and he has a strong throwing arm. But now, honestly, on a cold night, I would have took the risk because, runs are going to be hard to come by tonight. And that now, if you could hit a fly ball, the inning would be over, and you'd get nothing out of second and third, no outs. Or now you basically need a base hit or an infield slow roller to get the run.
Aide comes up to bat. He's a designated hitter, takes one on the outside corner. That would definitely be a heartbreaking scenario right here if Indian Trail can't get anything. Second and third, no outs. They had the pop out in the shallow fly ball to left. Aide takes high. Talon Aide, the senior, looking to put his veteran leadership to the test right here. 1-1. One's taken right on the outside corner for a strike. Really great pitch right there for Logan DeVito.
Yeah, this is a huge pitch coming up here because you're going to have to look for Aide to be aggressive here because Indian Trail, you can get them up 2-0 or else Tremper. DeVito can deliver a good pitch right here. Tremper can survive second and third, no outs. Really big pitch coming up here for DeVito.
Probably the biggest one of the game. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss.
Wow.
And they get him on the foul tip, secured by Carmen. Second and third, no outs, no problem for Logan DeVito. We stay scoreless as we head to the top of the 4th inning. You're watching high school baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Hey, Fleet Farm fans, you asked, we listened. You wanted lower prices? You got them. In-store, online. We drop prices everywhere. Lower prices on summer favorites like Liquid Pool Shock, Griller's Gold Barbecue Pellets, and Airhead Towables. Lower prices on big name pet care like Purina Tidy Cats. Lower prices on Valvoline motor oils. All because you said so. Look for the bright green price drop signs to find new lower prices on everything you need for everyday life. Only at Fleet Farm.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the diamond.
In the pool. On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate.
Runs continue to stay at a minimum here at Kenosha at Simmons Field. The rubber match in the Southeast Conference between Indian Trail and Tremper is live right here and for free on Zaleski Sports alongside Matt Peck. I'm Elijah Vexalada. We are through 3 as we head to the top of the 4th inning. Both these pitchers have been dealing a lot of great defense and a lot of great getting out of jams for both teams as of late. The first pitch taken outside. But this has lived up to all the hype if you're a big pitching fan.
Absolutely.
Even defensive, right? I mean, that made a couple big plays, a big swing and a miss for Ethan Carmen. They resume. Second batter in the order. Cameron Bentz only throwing 32 pitches as well. Both these pitchers, I mean, DeVito's pitch count's getting up there now, about 65 pitches thrown through 3. Cameron Bentz, on the other hand, only throwing about 33 pitches so far through 3 innings.
Yeah, that's insane. Well, here's one thing to note, though. Indian Trail, I mean, last inning, 2nd and 3rd, no outs, and they couldn't scrap across a run. I mean, they had the strikeout, fly ball.
So it's grounded over a line shot, and it gets through the glove of Prebilski. That's going to be an error. Carmen, line shot, or will they? That should be, right? Or that was a hot shot.
Well, we'll see what they scored.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 17, Soko.
Abram Soko comes up to bat now. First baseman. And they're going to rule it a single on Game Changer. So that's the 2nd hit of the night. That was a really hard liner. So that was a great call on it. Did look like his glove did have a little bit of it, though, right?
Yeah, I would say
Prebilski. So now the 3-0 hitter, Abram Soko. 0 for 1 on the day. Looking for some loud noise right here for Tremper. They're going to throw back to first. Ooh.
He almost threw that one away.
Almost got out of hand right there, and those are always dangerous. We've seen that on both sides so far. This one swung on and fouled to the back screen. Oh, 1 to Abram. It's taken outside for a ball.
Yeah, you never know. John Materi, you might find him being aggressive here. You know, it's a cold night. Any run's going to count, as you can see early on, count in a major factor. Obviously, runs count no matter what game, but tonight especially. So don't be surprised if you see him aggressive and try to steal somebody.
This is right down the middle for a strike. And they got Quentin Graves pinch running for the catcher Carmen. I think you should send him, right?
I would send him at some point here because, you know, he got a walk. I should say not a walk. He got an error. Reach on an error over there.
1-2 pitch. Fouled and out of the stadium. And Soko hanging in there just like he does. Abram Soko. 0 for 2 last game with a walk and a strikeout on Wednesday in the 1-2 win.
I'd go outside here or give it inside a corner here if I'm Bentz, you know. Inside, outside corner. Just hit a corner good enough to get the punch out here. Or else I would look for a high pitch and, you know, turn 2 here on a grounder. Spin one on the ground.
1-2 once again to Soko. He fouls it off and just gets a piece of that one. We've seen that a couple times where both teams just continue to work their at-bats and work in the pitch counts. Bentz, first time he's thrown almost over 10 pitches in an inning.
Yeah, Kenosha Tremper looking for a hit here. Indian Trail looking for a ground ball to give him 2 outs.
Another foul ball. He's just continue to hang in there right now. And that's probably all you can ask for John Matera right now.
Yeah, Kenosha Tremper had some interesting games this year. You know, they barely lost to a top 10 McWanago team, only lost by a run, but they did drop a game to West Dallas Hale in non-conference.
That was only a one-run game, too. 6-5, they fell that one. 1-2 again. Line shot, base hit to left field.
That could possibly, no. They
Graves
won't
is
get
going
him
to hold the second base. You talk about an at-bat right there for the first baseman, Abram Sokol. Shows his veteran leadership. He's a senior and one of the big leaders for this team. And just like how Indian Trail had it in the bottom of the third, first and second, no outs. Now for Tremper. And let's see if they could get some runs and damage going in the top of the fourth inning.
You know, I would look to steal them, personally. You know, I know it's early, but you're only going to get one of your runners out. You're not going to get both.
DeVito, the pitcher, and designated hitter today, the cleanup hitter.
Yeah, he's
signaling bunt, and he's going to get a good one down.
Oh, boy.
Bent's going to get over the plate, try to go to third, and it gets past him. Graves is going to go and score home. They're going to wait, or going to hold Sokol over at third, but a wild sequence right there. And everybody is safe, so now second and third, no outs, and a run is plated. Graves scores. They're going to call. Are they going to call that a sacrifice, like base hit still, or no, or just a sacrifice?
It's just going to be a sacrifice bunt because I believe that they won't count the RBI because it was an error. But I don't get that. I mean, I get third was right in front of him and turn around and throw to first base, but he still had the guy out at first by a mile. I mean, obviously there must not have been the best throw to third that caused that, but yeah, that's a major run to give up right there. And, you know, give it up on the air, you'd rather give up on a single than a wild throw to third on a bunt. And John Matera knew it right away because he sent his guy home right away that was far enough away.
He knew he had Quentin Graves, one of a pinch hit or pinch runner for the catcher Carbon. He has one of his fast guys on the bags, and he said, why not? We're going to send him all the way.
Yeah, and it definitely was a smart send because that ball did get far enough away where he could have sent them home. But still, you know, Tremper still got a chance to do more here. And, you know, Lane Oaks has got to hope that what happened to his offense happens here. You know, maybe get a shallow sac fly and a couple strikeouts. And or else you need some fast rolling grounders. But Tremper definitely in business to score more runs here in this inning.
Well, once again, now Indian Trails infield is playing in for the liner situation. That one's in the dirt. Great block by Black. Second and third, it's DeVito and Sokol. Blake Tennyson fouls it off. Tennyson 0 for 1. Both these teams not striking out a lot today. Only 5 combined Ks. Only 2 at the plate for Tremper. And now the 1-1 coming to Blake. Trying to break this game open. That one gets past the catcher Black on a wild pitch. And he's lucky that ball came ricocheting right back to the catcher Black.
Matera was ready to send him, and he goes, nope, stay back.
The backstop saved him right there, right?
Yeah. Well, it bounced right back. Sometimes you throw that ball so hard it comes right off. I think that's a brick wall back there. So
it said the backstop said we want to keep this game interesting.
Yes. So, you know, but Tremper now, slow roller can give him a 2-run lead. A sac fly can give him a 2-run lead.
2-1 is outside. And now the command becomes an issue for Bentz. Trying to figure something out right now. I think he's just got to get that first out right now. 3-1 pitch is outside for a ball, and they have loaded the bases for the left fielder, Alex Springer, who's 0 for 1 on the day, and you get a really big hit here and try to clear the bases. This game is broken wide open the way both teams have been hitting so far.
Yes.
Big game, big at-bat coming in the first pitch. Challenge fastball by Cameron Bentz. Let's see if Springer has a loud hit in him. This one's going to be popped up in the air, signaling for it. Yep, infield fly for Johnson. And there's out number 1. Another big one, and now Peck. This is probably the best spot Lane Oaks wants to be in because now the double play is very in play to get out of this one with only just 1 run.
Absolutely. And, yeah, that's double play is definitely intact. So if you're Lane Oaks, you want to try to, you know, you're in the dugout, you can't do much. But If you're Spence, you want to try to throw a good enough pitch to spin a ground ball here.
Zeke Stubner had a base hit his first time out. He's outside for a ball to start off the at-bat.
And if you're John Matera, you know this is not, 1 run's probably not going to be enough. I know it's cold out, but still you always want to add on as much as you
down
can.
low. And worst case scenario here, Matt Peck, don't walk him if you're Indian Trail.
Yeah, I think
got the ground ball situation lined up right now.
Okay.
But if he can get one through that left field gap, that one's going to get past the backstop black. And once again, Matera's going to hold him. Hold Sokol at third. That's the second time now where the backstop's kind of, or Matera's just kind of been conservative about this time. I feel like he could have sent him.
Yeah, it's tough to tell over there. Obviously, the backstop is further back than most stadiums. But
we're at a 3-0 count now.
Yes.
So, like your point, I'm taking all the way here. 3-0 pitch is going to hit the corner. It's like corner for a strike. So now
you got to give him strikes. You
Yeah,
can't
you
walk
can't.
runs in this game. He hits it, he hits it. You got to give him a strike, hoping that he puts it on the ground.
3-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Big fastball right there on the outside corner. So now from 3-0 to full on Zeke Stubner, Cameron Bentz. Biggest pitch of the game, full count. Swung on and fouled right to the dugout. And Zeke Stubner looking to plate a few runs in. Full count. That one's outside and a run walks in. It's 2-0. Tremper. Sokol scores, and the absolute worst case scenario right there for Cameron Bentz happens. 2-0 lead for the Trojans. And they still got one out. Bases loaded. DeVito advancing to third. Tennyson to second. And Stubner at first with an RBI walk. So now that'll send up Braxton Danielson, who calls time on a 1-0 count. 1-0 is taken outside, and the command just out of all sorts right now for Bentz.
Yeah, I would probably take a look at potentially a different pitcher here if he walks another runner in, because 3-0 is huge in this game.
Does look like Trail's warming up a pitcher. Big swing and cut right there from Danielson. They got a righty getting loose in that, or they got an arms just beginning to loosen up in that Trail bullpen. One's taken low for a ball. So once again, here we go. 3-1, you got to put him in the zone with the bases loaded. And he's one ball away from walking another run in, and a big swing and a miss right there from Danielson. He's had a few where he was a little bit late on him or early. So full count, 1 out, bases loaded. Bentz looking for a ground ball, takes it low for a ball, and another run walks in. DeVito scores. It's 3-0, and the nightmare inning continues for Bentz, and Lane Oaks going to come out to the mound right here, and this might be the end. And this is going to be an end for the starting pitcher, Cameron Bentz, who was dealing through the first 3 innings, and now Kenosha Tremper in their discipline taking him out of this game. And a wide 3-0 lead in the weather tonight for Tremper.
Yeah, sometimes the cold is tough to do with it, especially on the pitching side of things, because your hand gets cold in throwing a pitch. But, you know, Lane Oaks, you definitely got to use some of your better arms. You know, it's got a lot of games this week, but, you know, it's a game that you definitely want to win because it's for second place in the Southeast Conference right now. Winner would take sole position in second place behind Franklin, who's yet to lose. And both these teams, you know, are going to want to have some of their better arms for their Franklin series.
Kenosha Tremper, and after next week, they got a date with the #1 team in the conference in the Franklin Sabres in a 3-game set. Next week, they'll head and take on Racine Horlick for a 3-game set. Yeah, both these teams got Franklin still to play, right? So
yeah, so that's one key thing to note. And I think stealing one from Franklin for them would be really, really important. But, you know, Franklin's a really good team this year, as you've seen. We're 12-0, 11-0 now. So, yeah, you know, it's going to
continue to beat teams by wide margins.
Yeah, so Tremper, you know, Lane Oaks is well aware of Franklin because we were talking about Franklin with him before the game about, you know, he said he was telling his guys about them, saying, hey, you know, once we get past Tremper, it's about, you know, trying to jump up. If we can get that win tonight, and, you know, it's about trying to take 1 or 2 out of 3 from Franklin. That's how you can get this conference. He was, using words like that. Basically saying, it's going to take a little bit, but that's our best chance.
Going to put Cameron Russell in the game, the junior. They're going to go with the righty now. Cameron Bentz was a lefty on the mound, finishes his day. 3 1/3, 2 hits, 3 walks, 2 Ks. I think that error kind of started everything, though.
Yes.
His command was really great until this inning where he walked a pair of runs. I think right when he got that pass ball on the error, on the bunt attempt, that's kind of when things fell down with his command. And now I'm going to try to get Russell to try to hold this at a 3-0 game before they try to get this one out of hand. That one hits the corner for a strike. Drew Sporer at the plate. 0 for 1. Yeah. Absolute unit of an athlete.
Yeah. Tremper looking for more runs here. Indian Trail, they want to keep it at 3. That's obviously the goal here, but 3-0, definitely not game being over, but it's going to be hard in the cold.
He pops this one up in there. That might actually get a run in. No, they're going to go to home plate, and they are going to get him at the force out, and they're going to throw it over to third, and he's safe there. Ooh. And Lane Oaks is frustrated with that one there. They got the force out with Tennyson at the plate.
He's coming out. He's frustrated.
And appeal here, possibly? Try to appeal? With 2 outs.
He might try to argue, hey, it's a force out, which obviously the umpire probably knows that, but I think he went for a tag there instead of although the tag might have been the easier option considering where the ball was thrown. They're going to talk about it.
So they obviously got Tennyson out at the plate.
I don't know how much of an angle the home plate umpire is going to have, though, because he was watching the play at home, not third. I don't think they can change this.
Not enough evidence from his own eyes, right?
Yeah, because the home plate umpire is making sure the guy touches home on the tag.
So you don't have to tag then in that scenario at third. They're gonna call him safe.
Lane Oaks is staying out. Oh boy,
this could get heated in a hurry. Lane Oaks trying to fire his guys up now, and he's saying, "Come on, man, let's go." To the third infield umpire. We've seen Lane Oaks.
We've seen it last year, too.
Furious and try to fire his guys up. He's heading back up to the top now. Maybe that's kind of a wake-up call, too, right? Try to get his guys out of this inning. Good news for them in that scenario. They didn't give up a run.
Yes.
But they still have to deal with the top of the order in London Stanley.
We had to be careful there, too, because...
And London Stanley lines that one foul out of play. What were you saying?
Lane Oaks was a few words away from being ejected right there, so he was, it was a tough play to tell from up here. I mean, it was a good tag put down. Sometimes you really swipe that tag, it really helps convince the umpires. But, I couldn't tell if he was calling it on the tag of the base or the tag of the runner because...
Stanley 0 for 2. 0-1 on the count. He swings and misses a big cut. 3-0 lead isn't too bad for Indian Trail if they can leave it at it. But in the type of conditions they're playing in tonight with the cold weather, might not be ideal for them to get 3 tonight, but never say never. 0-2, 1 pitch away from Russell to get out of it. 0-2 pitch is popped up in the air to left field. The second baseman calls for a Garrity. 3 runs are plated, 1 via an error, 2 via walks. And the discipline shows the Tremper Trojans strike first as we head to the bottom of the 3rd inning on Zaleski Sports.
We're back with Better Halves. Jane is looking for a better health plan. Jane?
I need someone who'll make time for me. So, how would you two get to know me?
You want time? I'll keep you on hold all night long.
He sounds gross.
Jane, I'm Steve from security. I won't treat you like a number. I've got award-winning service and coverage made just for you.
Now that's better. Next up, networks.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fir, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Back for the bottom of the fourth inning. 3 runs plated in the top of the fourth for the Kenosha Tremper Trojans. 1 via an error on a sacrifice bunt and 2 RBI walks from the bottom of that order in Stiebner and Danielson. The bottom of the order has done most of the damage so far for Tremper. Let's see if Indian Trail can try to get some hits now. They continue to roll. The new pitcher in the game or same?
I'm not sure. Hang on, I gotta figure this out. Yes. Wait. What?
It is still DeVito on the mound. He's gone 3 innings so far, 1 hit, 3 walks, 3 Ks. As long as he could keep his command going, I think he could probably limit cruise control through his start. He's thrown 54 pitches through the first 3 and a big swing and a miss on the 1-0 pitch. I think if he could get a lot of ground balls, he can possibly go the whole game.
Yeah.
1-1. Signaling for a bunt and fouled it back, and now you're going to have to shorten up your swing a little bit right now if you're Josiah Black. He's made a couple of run-saving plays in that last inning by help of the backstop. Could have been a lot worse in that top of 4th, and he's going to foul this one out of play at the back screen. It's kind of dangerous right now, though. This kind of feels more like a high 3-run lead, right? Usually a 3-run lead is really close, but high 3-run lead right now for Indian Trail. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Josiah Black is fanned down for out number 1. And that's K number 4 for Logan DeVito. And that'll send up the right fielder, Brady Schoenfeld. So Indian Trail's only been able to get 1 hit so far tonight, and that came in the first inning. It's been cruise control since for Logan DeVito on the mound, other than a few walks. This one's grounded over, just fouled. And if that, they need a break to come their way right now for Trail.
Yeah, they could use a hit. Only 1 on the scoreboard so far today, and they're gonna need some more hits to get back in this one. They're not really out of it, but just saying, kind of progress towards that 3-run lead.
Schoenfeld 0-1 on the day. Four hits with both these teams combined. It's taken outside and low downstairs for a ball. Just need a couple loud hits, maybe even a pair of walks. They've gotten their walks when they needed to.
Yes.
For Trail, they just haven't been able to put it forth. And that one's taken high for a ball, and that means I think you kind of look back to that top of that 3rd inning or bottom of the 3rd inning when Indian Trail had 2nd and 3rd, no out. That might come back to bite them if they lose this game 3-0. One's inside for a strike on the outside corner.
They definitely could have used runs in that inning.
No outs too, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Credit to the pitching, though. Got a couple pop outs and now a 2-2 pitch. Guts the bottom of the zone and 2 strikeouts to start the bottom of the 4th inning for Logan DeVito. He's cruising through 70 to 80 miles per hour through this inning. And his 5th strikeout now on the evening. I think now that he knows that he has run leads, he knows he can attack the zone with how Indian Trail's been hitting so far in this game.
Yes.
Now Bauman comes up to bat. Eight-hole hitter. It's kind of been a sparse offense for Indian Trail. I think those two guys that were on in that bottom of the third, too, from what we remembered, they were on via the walk, too. But like I've said just a few moments ago, Logan DeVito, he's not afraid to throw strikes anymore because he knows that he has that 3-run comfort. It's kind of like he's got that cushion, right, where he's got that comfort pillow. My pillow.
My
right?
pillow.
Kind of comforting himself in to this outing with the 3-run insurance. He's going to step off the mound for a second. Carmen's going to chat with him for a second there, maybe pitch comment.
So where are we going to dinner after the game? That's what they're saying.
We'll go get, I don't know.
The whole city's going to come if we know.
It's a place that's open till 1 a.m. and it's not a bar.
Yeah.
It's a place I haven't been in a while.
They sent me a message saying you got to lay off the beer.
One's inside for a ball. 2-1. The count on Bauman. Matthew Bauman. 2-1 to Matthew. This one's grounded over to the first baseman. Solko gonna flip it over to the pitcher, DeVito. 1, 2, 3. Easy as 1, 2, 3, 4 scoreless innings. Or will it?
Oh, he called. I thought he was signaling safe at first.
So we will head to the top of the 5th inning. 3-0 Tremper leads on Zaleski Sports.
Hey, you're tuned in to Better Halves.
Skip, I love my hometown, and I want a health plan that feels the same way. So, what are your favorite local date spots?
Oh, yeah. I know like all the date spots in Eclair.
Jane, I'm Steve from security. I've lived here in Wisconsin my whole life, and that means I understand your health coverage needs better.
By the way, Doug, it's Eau Claire. I have a dozen Eclairs in my dressing room.
At Ridgestop Exteriors, we're more than your average home improvement company. We're your neighbors, and for over 20 years, we've been trusted and proudly serving right here in your community. Customer service is our #1 goal. Call now for your free estimate.
Ridgetop Exteriors.
Only a combined 4 hits, but 3 runs plated in that 4th inning by the Tremper Trojans. It's been a low-scoring night and a low type of energy night, more of a pitching duel and defensive battle between these two teams and getting plays to go their way, and Tremper kind of setting that tone early on. See if they can continue the scoreless fight, or will Indian Trail try to rally back from their one hit. Alongside Matt Peck, I'm Elijah Vincelata. Top of the 5th inning, 2nd game of a doubleheader on Zaleski Sports. Our first game of the day showed the Kenosha St. Joe's Lancers defeating Prairie. This one's a fly ball in the air to left center field. The center fielder going to make a play on it for out number 1. Minato with the catch. They're going to continue to roll with Russell on the mound. Went 2/3 last inning. And on the first pitch, no waste of time for Ethan Carmen. And now Abram Sokol had a really nice at-bat his last time out. Worked a 7 to 8 pitch at-bat. Followed a lot of good pitches on 1-2 counts. And had a base hit line screamer. And one of the contact guys and power guys that John Matera can trust.
That's for sure.
But now the job right now for Russell is just to continue to keep this right where it is. And it hits the arm of Sokol, maybe the elbow. So on an 0-1 pitch, hit by pitch, that's going to hurt tomorrow on a cold night like this.
That's for sure. Now the pitcher DeVito up at the plate, and Tremper, they're not as much aggressive now with stealing, but
Logan DeVito 0 for 2 on the day. Was able to reach on his last time out. Swing. Big cut right there for DeVito. Sitting at 68 pitches, so I'd figured at least 1 to 2 innings given how fast the innings can go. Not 100% sure if he's going to be able to go the whole game unless he can get a lot of ground balls in a fast hurry. Once taken on the outside corner, just hits a strike zone for strike 2. Kind of stands really close in the zone on that line. Not afraid to put his body out there for hit by pitches. 1-2 on DeVito. High. Cam Russell taking a peek over at first, and now he resets over to DeVito. 1-2 pitch. Takes high again, trying to get him with that high fastball and chase. Logan DeVito says, you know, I'm not buying that. I'm a pitcher too, so I can see the zone like that too while I'm in the box. I just think that's like a good strategy too when these players step up front in the front of the box.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
2-2 is down low, and what was an 0-2 count has worked his way all the way back to full. Let's see where John Matera sends him with the signal here. Soko at first with the walk. He's going to call timeout.
Yeah, I would attack right here. Haven't seen a lot of hits tonight. Only 3 hits tonight by Tremper, but I just, you know, you don't want to. Indian Trail's been killed by the walks tonight.
Full count runner goes. Oh, it hits the back of DeVito. Walks it off like a champ, and that's back-to-back base runners now where you've hit by pitch. And Lane Oaks is going to come out and give the ball to Cameron Russell. He's probably saying, you know, we got to take it down just a bit. Talk about an at-bat right there for Logan DeVito, though. He went from 0-2, kind of lost in the at-bat, worked the count full, and then he was able to get the hit by pitch.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a nice at-bat there now, but that was a scary inside pitch.
Blake Tennyson up to bat, 0-for-1 with the walk. Takes the ball outside. I think one of the main things that has kept Tremper in this lead and getting runs is their ability to stay disciplined. And they've showed that in the last 2 innings. 1-0 pitch is swung on in line to left field for a base hit. Soko is going to be held at third base, and it's bases loaded, 1 out. Tennyson gets the Tremper Trojans their 3rd hit of the night, and now a chance to put this game almost out of reach for the Indian Trail Hawks. And now the pitching coach is going to come out on the mound for Indian Trail. Talk this one over with Russell.
Yeah, let's just say that time John Matera had the wave on at first, at third, and then he quickly held up the stop sign because he saw how fast the left fielder Bauman came up with it. So he was going to send him home for the 4th run of the game, but said, you know what, we better hold him. So now bases loaded once again for the Tremper Trojans.
And this time they can do even more damage with it. Alex Springer, the left fielder, coming up to bat, 0-for-2 on the day. All it takes is a sac fly to try to get some insurance here. Sure John Matera is going to take any run he could get here.
Oh, for sure.
They have a really comfortable, I say it, I mean, with this weather, I've said it again if you're just joining us. With this lead, it seems like a lot, right?
Yes.
For how Indian Trail's been hitting tonight. Springer fouls it off to the back screen. Challenged him. And once again, you could use one of those double plays right now if you're Indian Trail. You are in position for it once again, but you don't want to go back to that worst case scenario last inning where you walk 2 runs in. Swing and a miss. 1-2 now on Alex Springer. Tennyson at first, DeVito at second, Soko at third. 0-2 pitch.
I'd try to get him to chase here.
Takes outside.
But you want to throw too crazy of a pitch where it gets past the catcher, and that's how Tremper gets their 4th run.
So you have all the trust in Josiah Black to make the pick.
Yeah.
And block it. 1-2 pitch. You have another pitch to use to try to chase. Big pitch for Alex Springer to hit. 1-2 is popped up in the air to right field on the foul base line, and it slices foul just last second. If that would have felt fair, that's easily scoring 1.
Yeah, because
I don't think that scores 2 though.
Because runner's got a hold just in case it's caught. Now, if it was 2 outs, it would score 2. But runner's got a hold on 1 out just in case he catches it, so they don't get doubled off.
You're talking about a game of inches right there. That was close. We had a few of those last game too. So we'll do the 1-2 again to Alex Springer. Russell deals, and did that hit him? No. Just missed him by inches on the almost hit by pitch there. So now the count is at 2-2. And you don't want to get to that full count situation right now if you're Rosal. And he takes high for ball 3. So here we go again. We're in that situation again where your base is loaded, 1 out. Indian Trails pitching had that issue last inning, and that caused 2 runners to score via the walk. Now you got to put them in the zone.
Definitely got to go to the zone right here.
3-2 to Springer. He pops this one up high in the air. That's going to be infield fry rule. And they're going to make the play. The first baseman, Prabilski, for out number 2. That's a huge out for Indian Trail.
Right fielder, number 10, Stubner.
Left fielder, or right fielder, Zeke Stubner to bat. Big swing and a miss on the first pitch. Cameron Rosso looking to get out of this without any damage. The base is loaded, fouls it off, and now he's 1 strike away from doing just that in the top of the 5th inning.
That'd be huge for Indian Trail if they can get out of this with no runs allowed, but got to be able to get out of it here first.
Rosal. Steebner, the 0-2, takes low. Try to get him to go fishing. Try to hook him right there. The breaking ball. 1-2 is grounded up the middle and a through for a base hit. Matera's going to send DeVito home. 1 scores and 2 runners score in insurance on an RBI base hit from Zeke Stubner. Steebner, pardon me. Soko and DeVito score in this game. Starting to get out of reach even more now as Lane Oaks comes out. Even more to talk with the umpires.
Come out, talk with the umpires, you just said?
Yeah, I thought he did. Just said, had a few words for a second there. So now, Tennyson at second base, Steebner at first. The good news for Indian Trail, 2 outs, but they did give up another 2 runs. 4 hits and a timely one on the, that was kind of like a slow roller, but not in time right there for Johnson to make the play, and it got through the gap. Breaking the game open even further with some insurance, trying to pick him off at second base, pardon me, and it's not there. It's kind of been the ethical way today for John Matera's squad. It's taken high for a ball. 1-1 on Braxton Danielson. And Zeke Steebner. I'll have himself a day. 3 RBIs. He walked his last time out. Went to the count on Danielson. Delivers this one, and it's fouled right off. Chopper. I bring this up now. I don't think we've interviewed John Matera or Lane Oaks yet on Zaleski, right? So
No, we haven't.
One of these coaches is going to get that treatment tonight.
First ever.
For the first time. Had John Matera's Trojans on last year against Franklin. That one's just outside for a ball. Good challenge pitch. Try to get him to chase. 1-2. Danielson, and he calls timeout. One-two pitches down in the backstop, and both runners are going to advance to second and third base. And now a base hit could make this a 7-0 game. Full count, 2 outs. Cameron Russell up to 34 pitches. This one's going to be lined, and it's going to fall into the gap for a base hit. 2 runners score. It's 7-0. Kenosha Tremper, have yourself a night. You got a touchdown on the board now via an RBI base hit for Danielson. And this bottom of the order has been raking tonight, Peck.
Yeah, they sure have come up big tonight. John Matera so far has probably been proud of his squad. Able to come through, especially in the cold weather, with 7 runs so far, 6 hits. But early on, Indian Trail got hurt by the walks, and now Tremper's starting to put bat to ball.
That's 4 out of the... No, Danielson, that's 3 RBIs for him now, too. 7-0 as that one gets past Sporer, and Danielson's going to advance to second base easily on the pass ball. 1-1. Got to try to start to keep that in mind soon. Not yet, but the run rule could be in play if they could keep some runs scoring. If Indian Trail doesn't score next inning and Tremper could find a way to get 10. 1-2 now on Drew Sporer. Sporer takes high for a ball. 2-2 now on him. That's 6 combined RBIs from Stiebner and Danielson. Talk about the night for those 2 guys. Coming through with timely hits. This one popped up and right over us. Probably going to hit the roof. We stay at that 2.
Or also is on Sheridan Avenue.
Tremper scored 7 runs on 5 hits tonight. This one's lined over, and it's going to fall for a base hit. The bottom of the order continues to rake. Sporer is going to get an RBI single. 8-0 Tremper. And keep pouring it on. They are just continue to contact after contact through that left field gap, and Sporer with his first hit of the night. How about that, Peck? 7 of the 8 runs come from the 7, 8, 9 hitters.
Talk about this. 7 runs for Tremper in 2 innings. Through the first 3, we were scoreless.
That one taken outside of the backstop, and now this game's just starting to fall apart for Indian Trail even more. Sporer advances to second base.
Yeah, it's a 5-run inning. I mean, who would have thought that first 3 innings we went through, there was no...
Didn't feel like this game was going to get to that point with the potential run rule. This one's popped up high in the air, playable to left fielder Bauman. He makes the play for out number 3. 5 runs, played it out. A combined 7 RBIs in the night for the 7 through 9 hole hitters. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning. 8-0 Kenosha Tremper leads on Indian Trail on Zaleski Sports.
Coaches teach your kids to dream. Coaches teach your kids to overcome. Coaches teach your kids good sportsmanship. Coaches teach your kids proper technique. But who teaches your coaches?
Hey, Fleet Farm fans, you asked, we listened. You wanted lower prices? You got them. In-store, online. We drop prices everywhere. Lower prices on summer favorites like Liquid Pool Shock, Griller's Gold Barbecue Pellets, and Airhead Towables. Lower prices on big-name pet care like Purina Tidy Cats. Lower prices on Valvoline motor oils. All because you said so. Look for the bright green price drop signs to find new lower prices on everything you need for everyday life. Only at Fleet Farm.
Bottom of the fifth inning here on Zaleski Sports, an 8-0 lead for Tremper on Indian Trail. This game has kind of gotten out fast in a hurry. Never say never with anything, but the bottom of the order for John Matera's squad and Kenosha Tremper has just been unstoppable tonight. Combined 7 RBIs out of the 8. In what seemed like a night that could have ended 1-0.
Yeah.
Or 3-0 even with that last sequence. Tremper says we want to give an exclamation point here on this rubber match game in the Southeast Conference. The winner of this game takes sole possession of second place. I'm sure it'll definitely be a confidence booster when you got Franklin on the horizon in 1.5 weeks for Tremper. That might have to be a game we might have to go to in a few weeks.
Yeah, we circled a couple games. That couple weeks at Kenosha St. Joseph when they come play St. Thomas More at the Rock. If we can include a right day, it looks like we might be there for that as well. That might be the Metro Classic Conference Championship. We saw St. Joe's obviously earlier before this, but that game against St. Thomas More, if we do that game, keep in mind it will start in the third inning as it was a suspended game, so we would start that from the third inning. So people would tune in the broadcast and be like, well, why are they starting in the third inning? It's not normal. A lot of times we don't, we pick up certain games.
Yeah, this was a last-minute ad, right? This doubleheader we had tonight.
Well, we changed it because I figured we could get 2 on right here. A lot of new teams that we haven't been able to get on a lot. So, I mean, we still have plans to go to Union Grove later in the year, and we still have plans to go to Slinger as well. It was supposed to be Badger, Union Grove, and then Arrowhead at Slinger tomorrow, but
this one's popped up in the air. The first pitch. This is Owen Zeller pops this one up to Sokol for out number 1. Back to the top of the order, the Hawks go. Shortstop Jacob Johnson comes up to bat 0 for 1 with a walk. It's got to feel good for John Matera. Like we were talking about all year long so far. They've had a couple ups and downs for this season so far. They started off 0-2 with those 2 losses to Mukwanago and Hale, only by a one-run margin. You flip those around, you might be only looking at a 1-loss season so far. This one's grounded over to the pitcher, DeVito. He flips it over for 2 outs. And Logan DeVito just continues to mow down this Indian Trail lineup. 70 pitches thrown. Nate Garrity comes up to bat with a walk and a strikeout on the day. This one popped up high in the air, and this is going to be a quick inning for Logan DeVito as it's popped up and caught by Solko. 1-2-3 again. The shutout continues for Logan DeVito. Only 72 pitches as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning right after this on Zaleski Sports, or 6th inning, pardon me.
Looking for a place where everyone feels at home? Welcome to Point Brewery, your family-friendly tap room with something for everyone. From a wide variety of local brews to classic point sodas for the kids, we've got the perfect pour for everyone. Craving a bite? We've got hot, cheesy Portesi pizzas ready when you are. Whether you're hanging out inside or soaking up the sun in our outdoor beer garden, there's space to unwind. Planning a celebration? Reserve our private event room and make it a gathering to remember. Point Brewery, good times, great taste, all on tap.
Hey, Fleet Farm fans, you asked, we listened. You wanted lower prices? You got them. In-store, online. We drop prices everywhere. Lower prices on summer favorites like Liquid Pool Shock, Griller's Gold Barbecue Pellets, and Airhead Towables. Lower prices on big-name pet care like Purina Tidy Cats. Lower prices on Valvoline motor oils. All because you said so. Look for the bright green price drop signs to find new lower prices on everything you need for everyday life. Only at Fleet Farm.
Top of the 6th inning from historic Simmons Field alongside Matt Peck. I'm Elijah Vanxalata. Glad you could join us here for this second game of a doubleheader and stuck with us all night long. I want to remind you of our game day sponsor once again at Prospect Training Academy. We train to develop and create leaders on and off the field. We teach our players to be prepared, tough, and accountable. We also focus on the importance of academics and character. We play for the name on the front and the teammates around us. Sign up today at ptabaseball.com. Top of the 6th inning here. Ethan Carmen going to lead off for the Kenosha Tremper Trojans. Over 3 on the day with a K. And it looks like we got a new pitcher on the mound here too. It's going to be Charlie Hamilton. Another lefty on the mound. Trying to save arms. He'll probably pitch the rest of the way here. Chilly night. Kind of almost feeling like it's definitely spring vibe, early spring vibes type baseball game, right, with the weather we had tonight. What a way to ring in May, right, with 30-degree weather. 1-0 pitch is fouled away.
Watch out, John. The third base line.
Bring out your line. If he hits him, he's benched next game.
Yes. There you go.
Carmen, you're out of here. I'll remind you guys to stay tuned for the Nasonville Dairy post-game show. Fresh cheese curds made daily at NasonvilleDairy.com. Going to go and interview our Zaleski Sports Highlight House player of the game as well as the winning coach. Right now, if it stands, we'll be interviewing at least John Matera. If they can hold on to this 8-run lead. 1-2 or 2-2 now as he swings and grounds that one up the middle for a base hit. Ethan Carmen with his first hit of the day. And all of a sudden, Tremper, just an inning ago, they were only at 2 to 3 hits. They're all the way up to 7 now. It's kind of been cruise control the rest of the way hitting. Graves will pinch run once again for Carmen. As now Abram Sokol comes up to bat for Tremper.
This is just a surprise to me.
Yeah.
8-0 score, because you talked about, although Indian Trail won one of the games 8-1, but still, such a cold night. Tremper is just able to put barrel of the ball, and it's 8 hits already.
Everything started to click offensively. This one's popped up in the air to the first base side. Probilski looking to reach out for it, can't make the catch. I think everything just kind of got jump-started, if you will. That's a good word for it, right? Everything got jump-started once Tremper started, Trail started walking runs in. Lane Oaks, is that?
He's at home plate.
Explaining another call here.
Oh, maybe he's asking about
the fans, maybe?
Maybe the fans interfering with that catch, because don't you notice down that line over there? I know you can't see it on camera for those of you watching at home, but those fans look like they're kind of hanging over the railing over there, and that was kind of close there. So he's maybe asking for a potential interference call. That's my assumption.
0-2 is swung on and fouled by Sokol. Sokol 1 for 2. Really nice base hit in one of his earlier appearances. We'll do an 0-2 over again. This one's popped up in the air to right field. Aluzzi going to make out the catch on the run for out number 1.
That was a nice track to get over to the right field corner to make that catch.
Logan DeVito, the pitcher, comes up to bat. 1 for 2 on the day. Or no, pardon me, he's 0 for 2, but he scored twice. He's reached down a few times. I think he was the one that kind of started the party with the sacrifice as this one's popped up in the air. Out of play, heads up.
Hello, cars on Sheridan Avenue. Imagine if we had the sound effects on the stream. We'd have that. We would never even use those sound effects any other sport except baseball. Some of those, because basketball you can't unless somebody drills a football at a car, a kick on a extra point, which is almost impossible at most stadiums. But things have been remained to see in this world.
I mean, that one's out of the glove. I mean, unless for some reason it's happened before in the state. I remember seeing a clip. Was it Dave Hahn? Remember the basketball? There's like a basketball hoop that shattered up north.
Yes.
I see some clips of teams even out of state. When that happens in a game, they just have to play half court, but they have to take it back full court every time to kind of simulate taking it up the fuller. Essentially playing pickup at that point. Swing and a miss by DeVito.
So they don't check. They don't check the ball then if they break the backboard.
They have backups.
Yeah.
Unless you're one of those small schools. One's outside. The runner goes to second base. He'll reach safely. Quentin Graves. It's been used as the pinch runner a lot tonight, especially for the catcher Carmen. I'm sure he's keeping himself warm, speeding around the bags.
Oh, absolutely.
That one's outside. Good pick right there to save a pass ball opportunity by Herb, who's behind the plate now. Pressing the buttons for Hamilton. This one is hit high and deep, to left center. That is going to get to the gap and fall down. Graves is going to score easily. And Logan DeVito is going to trade spots with Quentin Graves. It's 9-0 Tremper on a ball that was demolished to the warning track.
One thing to keep in mind, though, is if Tremper gets another hit, Indian Trail must score in the bottom of the sixth to continue the game.
Tennyson up to bat now. Just one more, though, right? And in that scenario, Indian Trail wouldn't have to score there.
Indian Trail, they would just need at least one run to continue the game if Tremper scores again. Obviously, they haven't got to the 10-run margin yet. Still 9.
Obviously, those roles were flipped. Tremper would have walked it off if they get to it.
Yeah, they scored here.
Colin and Herb going to do a little quick chat with Hamilton. Blake Tennyson trying to put the double digits on the board.
I want to say this. Tremper with 9 hits in the frozen tundra. Well, it's frozen baseball tundra. That's what it feels like tonight.
Maybe I will mention that in the post-game presser if they can hold on to this one. It would take a really big miracle this point of the game. Can't imagine how long that would be.
Yeah.
Definitely be an entertaining one for sure, though, if that scenario ever came into play. But that's
had
long ways away.
2 weeks ago, we had 8-2 on Zaleski Sports. Hudson trailed Muskego and came back and won.
That happened a lot earlier, though.
Yeah. And then they ended up going 9 innings.
Over here at this stadium.
We had a game that was almost 3 hours long.
We're at the stadium. I mean, we have lights, so we go as long as we need to.
Or else they'll shut off like that one time.
Like at the Franklin Field where Hudson and Germantown shut those lights out. They must have had some sensor, somebody turn them back on right away. Because I remember they were almost about to call that game off, right?
Yeah. Hey, come back tomorrow. Germantown would have said, in the rare situation, Hudson would have said yes because they were staying right across the street.
Hudson beat Germantown that night, and then Franklin defeated Hudson the next morning, right?
Yeah, and Hudson got up the next morning after playing till 11:30 and played at 9 in the morning.
Turn of events. The runner goes to third. The throw, no good, or no, not in time. Logan DeVito showing it all. He could pitch, he could hit, and he could steal bases. It's all on the table for a guy like him, who is most definitely going to be in the highlight house as one of the players at least. Two-two pitch to Tennyson. This one popped up in the air and out of play.
We'll reach the sold-out crowd.
I will say there was more fans here for this game than the last game.
Yeah, they're all behind home plate.
Yep. They're all in the shaded areas. Even though there's no shade to watch out for tonight.
No.
I'm sure even during the day you would want to sit in the sun too in the cold.
Yes.
So you got your blankets. I saw some fans in the audience with their blankets up. Someone had the full, like the full zip up. It's kind of like where it goes all the way down to your legs, like the type of jacket that covers your full body.
Yeah.
That might be on my Christmas list next year. It's kind of like the weather we get to like during football season late in the year. Remember, this was kind of around the weather when we did Muskego Mukwonago, one of the highest viewed games on Zaleski sports history.
We made history, that's for sure.
Was it 25K live?
Yeah.
Walk from Tennyson. Alex Springer comes up to bat now. 0-for-3.
John Matera's got to love where his team's at because, like I said, they lost the first game 8-1 in the series, but then won a really close one on Wednesday 2-1, and now up 9-0 in the sixth inning on the third one. So Lane Oaks will take a ground ball right here.
One out gone by still. So one's taken sad for a ball. Springer getting the signal from John Matera. One's taken outside. The runner goes to second base. Tennyson is in there safely. Now base hit through a gap can make this an 11-0 game. And John Matera is really making sure that they want to have a chance to possibly end this game in the bottom half of this inning.
Yeah.
2-0 pitch coming to Alex Springer, and he signals bunt. They do a sacrifice, and it's popped up in the air. They're going to get a double play out of this. And maybe not. Yes, they do. They tag him out at third base, so a pop out to Herb. DeVito was all the way home. Double play, and it's 9-0 as we head to the bottom of the sixth inning on Zaleski Sports.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 180,000 participants here in Wisconsin who take part in high school sports.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
Logan DeVito has been the star of the show tonight here from historic Simmons Park, pitching a gem on the mound and getting some insurance runs at the plate for Tremper. 9-0 lead as we head to the bottom of the sixth inning. And into the final stages of this one. Indian Trail looking to try to get something going. Oh, man. Cleveland Cavaliers in NBA news have been eliminated. Look at how they lost, too. I think they lost on a game-winning 3. Bucks fans know how that feels. Oh, it did the Kawhi bounce. Same team, too.
Like I said, ha.
It's like Donovan Mitchell's going to be put on the trade market this summer. This one's going to be a signal bunt, trying to do anything they can. He's going to get on safely with no throw. And that's kind of been a strategy that Lane Oaks has had for his guys a couple of times. They haven't been able to get the ball in play. They're only their second hit of the night. And it's a sack or RBI, or I almost said RBI there. Bunt single for Cade Minato. And Probilski will step into the plate now. Take strike 1.
Ooh, he just got back in there.
One swing and a miss. Runner goes to second base. The throw is not going to be there in time as Minato advances to second base. Indian Trail looking to plate their first run of the night. Their first runner in scoring position since the 3rd inning. This one's grounded up over to the second baseman, Blatter. Over to Sulko at first for out number 1. Minato advances to third.
Now batting the DH, number 25, Dylan
Dylan Abe, new catcher into the game now for Indian Trail, getting his first at-bat of the night. Taking over for Josiah Black. Signals bunt. Runner thought about coming home at first on a sacrifice squeeze bunt. It's one of those tight plays too. If you get that one and it dies right away and the pitcher gets to it, he's most likely out at home if he goes.
That's for sure.
1-0 signaling the bunt again, and he gets this one on the ground. Minato's going to hold that third, and Carmen makes a terrific play for out number 2 to Silko at first base for out number 2. So 2 outs gone by now.
Now batting the catcher, number 27,
Colin Erb up to bat now. Should be 2 outs now. Colin Erb. Now it's his first appearance at the plate. Oh, and looks like they called Aid safe at first then.
Oh.
So second and third with 1 out as Aid steals the second. Now a chance to get a few runs for Indian Trail. One and 0. Taken outside for a ball. Two with the fastball there. 2-0 pitch. This one's lined and caught. They're going to get 2 in a double play.
Wow.
Line to Tennyson, and he tags Aid out. The shutout continues, and Logan DeVito with the help of his defense. It's a shutout going through 6 innings, and the defense has been cruising their way through this one on Zaleski Sports.
My grandparents worked so hard their whole life to keep things nice. You want to make sure that you're getting the job done correctly. At no point did I feel like I wasn't being handled by professionals. They were literally taking it on a surgical level, it seemed. Like they were very, very thorough on every step. I feel like Infinity treated my family with the same respect they would have treated their own. I feel like my house was brand new again.
Hey, Fleet Farm fans, you asked, we listened. You wanted lower prices? You got them. In-store, online. We drop prices everywhere. Lower prices on summer favorites like Liquid Pool Shock, Griller's Gold Barbecue Pellets, and Airhead Towables. Lower prices on big-name pet care like Purina Tidy Cats. Lower prices on Valvoline motor oils. All because you said so. Look for the bright green price drop signs to find new lower prices on everything you need for everyday life. Only at Fleet Farm.
Final inning of baseball here on Zaleski Sports alongside Matt Peck. I'm Elijah Vincelata. 9-0 game. Kenosha Tremper leading on Indian Trail in this rubber match Southeast Conference baseball matchup. Tuesday, Indian Trail won 8-1 on Wednesday at Tremper. Tremper won 2-1, and now here at the neutral site at Simmons Field, nothing better to play a rubber match game between these two teams, but Tremper, after that third inning, it's been all dialed in from the pitching mound. They're hitting in. The bottom of the order has done a lot of help. And Logan DeVito, the main story of the night.
Yeah, he's dominated offensive side and pitching side. And what's his pitch count at? Well, let's see. I got it. Do I actually? No, I don't yet.
He's at
81.
Yep.
So he could. I would not be surprised if Matera throws him out there for the 7th.
He'll for sure be in the house.
Yes.
I think we might actually just do him.
Okay.
And have him talk on behalf of his. See, I feel like it'd be harder to get 3.
Yes.
Because if I get one of the two from the bottom of the order with the 3 RBIs between Stiebner and Danielson, I'd feel bad for the other one that doesn't get on.
Yeah.
And I'd probably be asking the same questions anyways to those two guys. So I'll probably have Logan DeVito speak on behalf of his teammates. And we'll obviously, of course, get John Matera's thoughts on this one as well. As long as they can get 3 more outs without letting 9 runs score.
Yeah.
No, it sounds crazy, but stay tuned for that. Nasonville Dairy post-game show after the 7th inning. Stiebner will lead off, already 3 RBIs on the day. I think we may have another new pitcher on the mound for Indian Trail.
It's Owen Zeller on the mound.
Owen Zeller taking over. It's only an inning for Charlie Hamilton. It's the fourth pitcher used today for Indian Trail. Fouls that one away on his first delivery. Indian Trail resumes back on action next Tuesday against Racine Case for a 3-game set there. That's their only 3 games next week. Chance to get a few games there. This one lifted up high to right field, and it'll be caught by the right fielder.
Now batting the second baseman, number 8, Danielson.
Yeah, we were talking. I asked both coaches because with the departure of Oak Creek, that puts each team with a bye now in the conference, and these teams have the option to schedule non-conference games. Was it Lane Oaks? I think said they didn't because they would have played 9 straight days or practice 9. So he's like, we didn't schedule non-conference the week we had our bye for our conference.
I would have tried to have the bye as early as possible.
Yeah.
You want to have your guys fresh late in the year and ready to play these big games. So, jeez. Blatter lines this one to right field and diving out, not making the catch. Blatter will hold at first base. Alazi tried to dive out and make a play on it. Couldn't get it though. A base hit for Ben Blatter in his first at-bat. Kind of emptying out the lineup here for John Matera. Gonna get another pinch hitter. It's gonna be Quentin Graves, who's pinch run for a couple of the batters. It's gonna get his first crack at batting. First one taken outside for a ball. One and 0 pitch from Zeller coming in the dirt. Graves holds. It's taken low again for a ball. 3-0 now on Graves. Graves a senior. 3-0 pitch is down and outside for a ball, and Zeller fully loses the zone there. And so now Blatter and Graves both reach on, and two really fast athletes for Kenny Holmes. The fan favorite here at Kenosha Tremper getting an at-bat.
Yeah, you can hear the Kenny chants.
He puts this one in play and it goes deep. But this crowd, the Tremper faithful, is going to get loud here. For Kenny Holmes, the senior first baseman and pitcher. Dugout and fans chanting Kenny. First pitch is low for a ball. It's been that type of fun night all night long for Kenosha Tremper. Let's see if they can get their fan favorite, Kenny Holmes, a hit here. That one's taken down low, and Zeller 6 straight out of the zone now. Going no batting gloves, too.
Wow.
It's raw dogging it. 2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Ooh, he wanted the homer there.
I don't blame him. 9-0 game.
Try to put this. Obviously, the run rule doesn't matter no matter what anymore because we're in the 7th. 2-1 pitch is outside for a ball. Now Kenny Holmes can now put it on a tee. Try to see if he can deliver a run here. 3-1 to Kenny Holmes. See where Zeller puts him. It's taken low for a ball, and Kenny Holmes draws a 4-pitch walk. And right on cue, the Tremper fans in the dugout go crazy for him. So now Carmen comes up to bat with the bases loaded and 1 out.
No betting, the catcher, number 22, Carmen.
Ethan Carmen pops this one up high in the air, sky high. Bauman is going to make a play on it. Blatter's going to easily score from home. It's a 10-0 game in double digits for the Trojans. 2 outs gone by now. At this point of the game, Zeller will probably be found trading a run for an out there. Nasonville Dairy post-game show coming up. The next half inning. It's taken outside for strike on the outside corner. my bad. I think that was. They call that a ball. 1-0 is swung on and missed.
Should be 0-2.
Yeah.
Game changer had 0-1.
Yeah, that's what we were originally going with, right?
Yeah, so it's 0-2.
2 on Abram Soko. He's gonna take a timeout. 5 minutes off of the 10 o'clock hour. He swings, misses on it, and
they're going to chase him.
They're going to try to get him there, and he's just going to secure the strikeout to Prisbilla or at first. And we will head to the bottom of the 7th inning. 10-0, Kenosha Tremper leads. Final frame and last chance for Kenosha Indian Trail right after this on Zaleski Sports.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the diamond.
In the pool. On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
We're back with better halves. Jane is looking for a better health plan. Jane?
I need someone who'll make time for me. So, how would you two get to know me?
You want time? I'll keep you on hold all night long.
He sounds gross.
Jane, I'm Steve from security. I won't treat you like a number. I've got award-winning service and coverage made just for you.
Now that's better. Next up, networks.
Final frame of the bottom of the 7th inning. Logan DeVito trying to finish off a shutout here at historic Simmons Field, home of the Kenosha Kingfish and UW Parkside baseball team. A couple of the other high school teams as well play here.
St. Joe's, Southern Lutheran, and Christian Life.
These two teams don't play here on a regular basis, but it's basically tradition, them playing here once a year, right?
Yep.
Is it specifically just these two, or like do the other Kenoshas do that too?
I don't know if Bradford does it too, but these two, I think they usually do one special game in this series that's played here. And obviously each year they alternate between Indian Trail and Tremper being the home team.
For the Hawks, right fielder number 7, Sam Alozzi.
Sam Aluzzi coming up for his first at-bat, taking over in right field the last few innings. DeVito up to 81 pitches, looking to finish the job. This one popped up in the air on the first pitch. Sporer and the shortstop making the catch. Tennyson showing his glove again. Was making some really good plays early on. He kind of did like the little sidestep moonwalk while he was catching that one.
Number 15, Matthew Bauman.
Matthew Bauman coming up with one out gone by in the bottom of the 7th. Kenosha Tremper going to advance to 8-3 with the win here. Indian Trail going to fall with their 4th loss on the season, 5-4. After losing their first 2 games for Tremper, they've kind of dialed it in ever since. Winning their last 8 of their last 9. Everything's just kind of clicking right now for the Trojans.
Yeah, they have. And, you know, like I mentioned a couple innings ago, they dropped that first game against Indian Trail 8-1 and able to come back and win 2 straight. A really close one, 2-1 the other day on Wednesday, and then tonight, 10-0.
You got to figure their bats were going to come alive one of these games.
Not officially 10-0, but in progress right now as 10-0.
Bauman ducks. Probably would have hit him if he didn't duck, but smart choice to save it for his health right there. Now, if this was a closer game, I would have wore it. But now in this part of the game, definitely no need to save it for injury purpose. 2-1 on Matthew Bauman. Taken outside. DeVito looking to have a complete game shutout. He's 2 outs away from doing just that. That one is in there for a strike. And from what I remembered from when we were talking about their last game, they had another complete game shutout last time, or not shutout, but one run was given up, saving their bullpen. That one's going to fall for a base hit. It's going to be extra bases for Bauman. Double on a full count with 1 out gone by. They're getting an arm up just in case. DeVito up to 88 pitches.
Pitcher number 12, Owen Zeller.
Owen Zeller, the pitcher, up to bat now. Started the game at third. Jimmy Gore was the other one that had a complete game last time. That one's going to fall for a base hit. They're going to hold the runner at third base. And Zeller, a couple pairs of base hits. Bauman to third, and now Zeller at first. Runners on the corners with 1 out in the bottom of the 7th.
Elevating the shortstop number 3, Jacob Johnson.
Jacob Johnson, the shortstop, coming up to bat now. Sure, DeVito's just thinking about, let's just get this game over with, but I'm sure at the back of his mind, he's definitely still wanting that shutout to be a possibility.
Absolutely. Always strive for the best, but you know, he's got he's going to have 10 pitches to play with here. He's at 90 now.
This one's going to be grounded over in line for a base hit for Johnson, and the first run comes through for Indian Trail. Bauman scores, got right past Tennyson. An RBI base hit for Jacob Johnson. So now they turn it over. So it won't be a complete game shutout for him, but he still has the potential for completing this, for throwing a complete game, or pitching a complete game, or pitching the whole game, I should say. I had to reword that. If he pitched a complete game, he would have. Or maybe I'm thinking of it like a perfect game in that scenario.
Yeah, so sacrifice bunt.
Sacrifice bunt. Second and third, 1 out. Cade Monado down to their last out here for Indian Trail.
Yeah, I think personally it's about, you know, he's got 9 pitches to play with here. He's just got to get through this batter, in my opinion. And if this batter gets on quickly, he'll have another batter. But
Monado takes outside for a ball. Zeller at third, Johnson at second. So 7 more pitches left. DeVito's hoping this is the last batter so he could pitch the full game. He's taken in there for a strike, but by rule, if this gets to, like, for some reason, an 8-pitch at-bat, he gets to finish it off, though, right, with the at-bat. 1-1, swung on and miss by Monado, and the Indian Trail Hawks are down to their last strike. DeVito looking to finish this complete game. That one just taken high for a ball. Gonna finish it off here, down in the dirt for a ball. Count goes full now. So 97 pitches now for DeVito. If he walks him here, he'll get a chance to face one more batter if John Matera chooses. Just need one more out. Full count to Minato. Swung on and popped up in the air, and that should do it. Sporer under it, and he makes the play. Kenosha Tremper dropped the ball. No. Oh, my. So, some trouble there. Ball fell out of the glove.
Man, you talk about ruining a...
Yeah. Sporer just couldn't find the absolute beat on it at the end, and Zeller and Johnson score on an error. So now it's 10-3. And right there.
And now our scoreboard is stuck on final because I thought he caught the ball. So it's technically...
You always quick reset real quick.
Let's get this to the 7th.
So Indian Trail's got a field goal on them, and now this pitch will do it. Still a complete game for Logan DeVito, and now Kenosha Tremper with the statement and the series win victory over Indian Trail 10-3. 8-3, the Trojans advance to. And we will go down and interview our Nasonville Dairy postgame Zaleski Sports Highlight House Player of the Game with John Matera and our Highlight House Player of the Game, Logan DeVito, after this on Zaleski Sports. Mic check. Good. Check, check.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. Nasonville Dairy actually goes back to 1885. We are the oldest plant in Wood County. When our father brought us here in the early 1960s, we ran 7,500 pounds of milk a day. We now run 1.8 million pounds of milk a day. We buy dairy milk from 200 dairy farmers here in central Wisconsin, produce it, and ship it all over the world. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fury, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflatiri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. This has allowed us to go to a lot of different countries. Our furthest accounts are now in China, Japan, Canada, Saudi Arabia. We do ship to Mexico, as well as a number of other places throughout the world. This is what we call Cheese Making 101. We tried to walk you through the cheese plant today, and we're in hopes that you see our people, what they're doing, and the amount of work that goes into producing the products that we hope you enjoy. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fury, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflatiri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you. Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fear, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Hey, hey! You're tuned in to Better Halves.
Skip, I love my hometown, and I want a health plan that feels the same way. So, what are your favorite local date spots?
Oh, yeah, I know like all the date spots in Eclair.
Jane, I'm Steve from security. I've lived here in Wisconsin my whole life, and that means I understand your health coverage needs better.
By the way, Doug, it's Eau Claire. I have a dozen Eclairs in my dressing room.
Let's get a load. Got us on camera. Give us the. We're good to go. All right, we're here for the Nasonville Dairy post-game show. Fresh cheese curds made daily at NasonvilleDairy.com. We're joined by the Kenosha Tremper Trojans. First, we're going to start off with head coach John Matera. John, I mean, this was a really great win for you guys. You guys kind of need this one. Rubber match game. Stakes were high in a neutral site. Just talk about what you liked from your guys tonight.
I just love the energy, the way they attack,
and grind out at bats and support each other. And our team motto this year has been tough and together, and they really showed that tonight and really this whole series. So they brought the energy, got a bunch of clutch hits, hitting got contagious. Just so proud of their process and what they did to pull together in this series.
My other question for you, I mean, how huge was that in that bottom of that 4th and 5th inning? I mean, you had a couple big hits, 6 out of the 9 or 10 RBIs that you guys had were from that bottom of the lineup. Just talk about how huge those guys like Stevener were coming up, and those guys were coming up today.
Yeah, it's really been contagious, and especially in those 2 innings where they just feed off each other and they have that sense of confidence at the plate, and to be able to bunch those quality at bats together and then drive in some runs, it really gets you some big innings.
All right, thank you for your time, Coach. We'll see you at Franklin in a couple weeks.
Thank you. Sounds good.
Yep. All right, we're joined right now by our Zaleski Sports Highlight House player of the game. All right, what was your name? I forgot. Logan Davila. I was blanking out for a second because I was just thinking about Stevener. Logan, I mean, just talk about just the win tonight. I mean, you had a complete game tonight, just another big outing, and just getting another big win against a rival.
Yeah, me and a couple of my buddies, we've been on JV together both years. We've been talking about this series, wanted to do it on varsity. I think this team's special. No one's selfish. Everyone's playing for the team, and I feel like we could tell from the second we went hitting practice inside today, we wanted it more.
And then like the last few games, I mean, you and Gore pitched those complete games. How huge is that for the bullpen and like saving some arms the last few games for your boys in the bullpen?
Yeah, that's huge, and obviously we can't do that without the defense behind us. I mean, it's just great. We come to practice every day. Our defense practices as hard as they can to save us in situations. I had runners on second and third multiple times today with less than 2 outs, and they got me out of it.
All right, so we're going to put you in the highlight house now, so you're probably not familiar with it, right? So you're going to get the mic, and then you're going to look up at that camera up there. I'm going to count you down from 3, 2, 1, and you're going to say, I'm Logan Davila, and I'm in the house. All right, 3, 2, 1.
My name's Logan DeVito, and I'm in the house.
Thank you for your time, Logan.
Yeah, thank you.
Good to see you. All right, that'll do it, ladies and gentlemen. 10-3, Kenosha Tremper defeats Indian Trail. Alongside Matt Peck, I'm Elijah Vinks. We're signing off here on Zaleski Sports. We'll see you next week.